We're back with another Code Peterson tutorial with some more GB Studio. I had a comment the other day by Gaming with Bernie, given an awesome request of, is there a way to create a game with GB Studio where you have some like pass keys or you have multiple items that you need to collect and keep track of in order to move on through your game? And you certainly can do that. And actually, I did something very similar with the game that I've released a few gameplay videos about earlier, and that is my game Serial Quest. Uh, each level that I have, and this is just kind of the first level on here, there are 6 cereal boxes that are able to be found. And if I click on one of these, each time you go over and you collect one, it gives you a little bit of some information about cereal from the past, just some kind of trivia things or interesting facts about cereal, cereal mascot, commercials, those type of things. Um, so when you collect one of these, it gives you that display dialog, and then it will add on this first level, it adds 1 to a variable for level 1 boxes. And I have 6, like I said, each level has 6 of these. On almost all the levels, 5 of the boxes are in plain sight. The sixth one is something that's kind of hidden in there. But if you go here to the exit, it looks for the variable that I created, which is a global variable of level 1 boxes. And if it's greater than or equal to 5, it will let you move on to the next scene. In this case, scene 4, which is the second level of my game. If you aren't greater than or equal to 5, meaning that if you found less than 5 of the boxes, then it doesn't let you end the level and it just says, my bro is still hungry. Better look for cereal. So in this first level, you're trying to find some cereal for your little brother in the house before you go off on your day. That is the same way for, like I said, for each of these levels that I created. On this one here, though, you'll notice on level 2, it keeps track of our level 2 boxes, but then I keep adding them to level 1 boxes. So this level 1 box that I started up here on this earlier level is always increasing because I wanted to keep track of how many total boxes were collected at the end of the game. Now, on this level here, I did do a attach script to button. So when I press start, it would bring up a display dialog and it would say boxes, and then I would have level 1 boxes, so you know how many boxes that you have collected at that point in time. And then it also, in this case, tells me how many tries. Now, if you wanted to, I could say box 1, box 2, box 3, and then if box 1 is collected, then I could say that I have 1 on there. And I have created some other variables or some other tutorials with variables and showing ways how to create inventory with those, with the menu, with the dialogue. So it might be worth your time going back to look at those examples to see how those work, if that's what you're looking for. But in this simpler example here, I just kept track of the boxes in this little display dialog. So to show you what this would look like, I'll just give this a little test. And we have our character here starting the game. This text here at the beginning. Now, if I go here straight to the end part of the level, my bro is still hungry. Better look for cereal. So the cereal I have around the house here is just kind of in these different rooms. I wanted my first level to be kind of a tutorial. This one says this box is empty. The back of the box reads Captain Crunch's real name is Horatio Magellan Crunch. All right, there's one. We have trying to do this with my keyboard, and I'm normally playing this with the gamepad. This box is empty. The first cereal called Granula was made in 1863. All right, now if I do my pause here, right now I've collected 2 boxes. So I'm still not going to be able to go through there. I do have a box here. First cereal jingle was made by Wheaties in 1926. If you're wanting to play this game, I actually have it on itch.io. It's free, no charger, and you can play it on your Game Boy and all that. So I've played mine on the Analog Pocket, and then also I got one of those flash cartridges where I have a tutorial showing how to do that also, where I have a cartridge of this and play it on a old Game Boy Color too, which is kind of fun. Sugar Bear was also in a cartoon series. Bear mascot. Okay, so let's look here. We are at 4 boxes. So I would be able to leave the door only, or no, that's, now I would be able to because I have 5 now. Yep. But like I mentioned before, I do have a hidden one on each level where there's something a little extra. Holy Goonies. I found a hidden empty cereal box. I need to keep my eyes open for other secrets. So once you have all those collected, or once you have 5 or 6 collected, then I'm ready to go to my next level. So why do I, in this case, give you the option of passing through if you only find 5? Well, if I go down to the very end of my game to the last level in my boss section, then I have my game over screen, and I go in here, you'll notice that I have if level 1 boxes. So I have 7 total levels on this game, so that would give me a maximum of 42 cereal boxes. So if I finish the game and I have less than the 42 cereal boxes, it looks like I saved the day, but I have no way of getting back home. Maybe if I'd found more cereal boxes, at least there's a copy of Cereal Explained by Brandon Peterson for me to read. That's stellar. So I kind of made this game as a promotion for a book I was writing. So I wanted to throw it in there just as kind of an Easter egg. Now, if I had more than, or if I had more than less than 42, so in other words, if I had the 42 boxes found and I found every single secret, then here it says on the completion of the game, free spaceship ride back to Earth with 42 proofs of purchase. Outrageous. I'm going home a hero. I can read Serial Explained by Brandon Peterson on the way home. He's rad. So in this case here, I was also able to not only use it as a way to go through to pass to the next level, but the number of these items that I found allowed me to go through and have an alternate ending. I could have an okay ending, and then I could have a really happy ending. You could also, I have some tutorials on here that show how to set up a shop for your game, like if you want your character to be able to purchase things. So you could even incorporate that into it with collectibles also. So hopefully that kind of helps show you some ways to do that. With all of those, it just involved me adding these actors through here, and I used the same image sprite for all of them just to save room and to make it easier, but you can use different ones for yours. But each level, each one that I collected would give some different information about this. And you could certainly make that into a menu where you could have an individual picture for each of those. You could get as in-depth as you would like with this. This is just kind of what I used for the system for my game to make it challenging so you couldn't just breeze through the levels. You had to explore a little bit, and then if someone took the time to find them all, they would have kind of a fun alternate ending at the end of the game where they could, and if they didn't get it, it would encourage them to go back and continue playing. So let me know if that helps in the comments. And if you want to see any more of this game on future tutorials and further breakdowns, I'd be happy to do that if you're all interested. Or if you want me to move on to something else, I can do that too. Thanks